use them. No, I'm not. She can still get that. You got to pay for it. I'm telling you, this Obamacare, it's gonna bleed into all other areas of society. Obamacare, as I said before, it was a revolution. It destroyed what was left of individual rights, individual protections against big government. It really did, and you can hear all these phony civil libertarians on the left. They want the iron fist of government to crush anybody who will not subsidize their agenda, their beliefs, their values, or lack thereof. And this tiny little opinion that barely touches it, please, that barely touches it. Hillary Clinton, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Unbelievable. You know, you've got to plan for the future. You do financial planning, you get insurance. But to get real peace of mind, you've got to make sure your family...
offer, so don't wait. Call Amber in right now. 800-789-8280. That's 800-789-8280. 800-789-8280.
Listen up. The Mark Levin Show is on the air.
I am ready to start the show.
I'll talk a little bit more at length about the next case, and I do want to get on to immigration as well, but the next case, Harris versus Quinn, which will bleed over to the next hour. 5-4 decision. This is what's scary. It's a 5-4 decision. Roberts, Thomas, Scalia, Kennedy, Alito writing for the majority. It held the First Amendment prohibits the collection of agency fees from personal assistants, that is, individuals who provide home care services who do not want to join or support a public sector union. This case involved a mother taking care of her severely handicapped child who receives government health care benefits, as I recall, Medicare. And so the Democrat machine in Illinois, or make that in Michigan, I guess. No, in Illinois. Democrat machine in Illinois, Michigan case I'll get to in a minute. And the unions, public sector unions, got together and they're trying to figure out how do we expand our dues-paying members. So they reach into this home. And they say that mother should be paying dues to a public sector union because there's a federal connection or public connection to the subsidies that her son receives. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. They pretend they care about liberty. They don't care about liberty in the least. I'll address this more fully when we return, and then we'll move along. I'll be right back.
To every man out there, it's time to improve your life and body, starting at the powerhouse of it all, your heart. Maybe you suffer from poor circulation, blood pressure issues, even performing in the bedroom. Heart Factors Plus can help. Listen to what Paul from New Jersey wrote. I'm very satisfied with Heart Factors Plus. Not only has it restored my blood pressure to a healthy level, it has decreased the swelling in my feet. I will definitely reorder. Heart Factors Plus is an astounding all-around cardiovascular supplement with an effective combination of all natural ingredients shown to improve blood flow, which means healthy blood pressure levels, improve sexual function, and increase circulation throughout the body. Imagine better doctor visits, improved sexual function, and enhanced everyday life. Heart Factors gives you power, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. No questions asked. Call 800-909-5627. 800-909-5627. Order today and receive a free bottle of the brand new CoQ10 and fish oil formula just for trying Heart Factors today. 800-909-5627. 800-909-5627. That's 800-909-5627.
I'll pick you up after school. I got it. It's easy to take a day for granted. You and your family are connected by routine, and you stick to it. But what if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if your day's routine is disrupted and you can't reach your family? Have you planned for that? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Today, learn how at www.ready.gov. Ready.gov. This message brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the Ad Council.
The John Bachelor Show, tonight at 9 on 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk. Mark Levin, where New York comes to talk. The legendary 77 WABC, New York, a Cumulus station.
President Obama making his own moves on immigration. Sun and clouds, 82 degrees. I'm Ken
Coffee with the stories you'll be talking about on 77 WABC. President Obama taking executive action to carry out immigration reform by shifting more resources to the border and exploring other steps that the president can legally take. Obama making this move after House Speaker John Boehner informed him that the chamber would not take a vote on immigration this year.
Obama. Bad for our economy. That's bad for our future.
Obama says the U.S. Attorney General and Homeland Security will come up with more recommendations by the end of the summer. President Obama is sending more military advisors to Iraq. More than 200 will head to Baghdad to train and instruct Iraqi forces fighting a Sunni insurgency that has taken over a number of cities. That makes the number of U.S. military personnel heading back to Iraq at close to 800. The U.S. Supreme Court ruling that companies do not have to offer their workers health care coverage for birth control if it goes against their religious beliefs. It was part of a lawsuit brought by Oklahoma-based arts and crafts company Hobby Lobby.
In an opinion signed by his fellow conservatives, Justice Samuel Alito strikes down the contraceptive mandate as it applies to closely held corporations, saying it substantially burdens the religious beliefs of Hobby Lobby's owners. Alito suggests closely held companies can be granted the same accommodation the administration's given to religious-affiliated schools and hospitals. In those cases, insurance companies pick up the tab for employees' contraception. The decision was 5-4, with Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg leading the liberals in dissent.
ABC Stephen Portnoy. And if you park on city streets on a regular basis, you likely know about the dreaded alternate side parking rules, a 90-minute period when you have to move your car for street cleaning. A bill before the city council might make it easier, allowing drivers to pull back into spots immediately after a street cleaning machine passes through. Currently, drivers must wait in their cars for the entire 90 minutes before parking again. The BBC News Time 7:02, traffic and weather next.
Back on the air in New York together. Curtis Lewa, Ron Kuby.
80% of other city schools had claimed on a regular basis they did not have one case of bullying. There are officials in complete denial because it's a mark against them.
Robin, basically 20% of the schools actually said there were. Who are those honest principals?
Live, local, on it. Curtis and Kuby. Weekdays noon to 3. After Geraldo. Before Savage, where New York comes to talk. 77 WABC. Not licensed in every state. Discount points and lender's fees may apply. Call 800-700-8068 for additional licensing and cost information. Subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender. NMLS ID number 11712. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org. A licensed mortgage banker. New York State Department of Financial Services. Number B500-910. If you have a mortgage rate higher than 2.875% with an APR of 2.99%, then please pay close attention. I urge you to call 800-700-8068 right now to get the very low 10-year fixed rate of 2.875% with an APR of 2.99%. When you call 800-700-8068, mortgage specialists at Network Capital Funding Corporation will let you know just how much money you could be saving in just minutes. This low fixed rate of 2.875% with an APR of 2.99% is only for you, the WABC listener. From my friends at Network Capital, how can they offer you such a low rate? Because they are a direct lender, so it's their own money they're lending you. Make the call now, 800-700-8068, to get the very low 10-year fixed rate for only 2.875% with an APR of 2.99%. That's 800-700-8068. Again, 800-700-8068.
Coming up on 7:04, let's get a check of the roads. Jeff McKay with Right Now Traffic.
It's been a rough ride through Queens and into Nassau County on the LIE. An accident in Lake Success was being cleared by Lakeville Road, but still a very slow ride as you travel into the fairgrounds area and then again from the Clearview heading into Nassau County. The Grand Central overall is going to be a better ride. The Van Wyck is still loaded north to Kew Gardens from a crash we had cleared long ago. And as you travel right now in Brooklyn on the BQE from around the Williamsburg Bridge, you'll see brake lights all the way out to Bay Ridge before it finally starts to get better. Both turnpike spurs still have their delays going north. The problem, it was a car fire on 80, long since cleared. It's just a delay.